I got into work quite early, at a young age of sort of 15 years old, became a roofer. And then sort of 3 years after that started to settle down into a relationship where we had our first child, and then a tragedy happened as our second child was due to be born on Christmas Day, and the baby was stillborn on Christmas morning. So £8 2 ounces, beautiful girl Charlotte, lovely red hair. But unfortunately there was a knot in the cord and it cut off her oxygen. So things went very downhill from there on. I can remember coming out of the church after the funeral, sort of carrying the coffin up the aisle and coming out of there with some really angry thoughts going through my mind as to, why God had done this. And I gave up all my work and everything that was important to me, my family, and got involved in a lot of criminal activity, selling drugs. That was a big part of my life, to make a big name for myself, because I thought that was part of being a real man and how to get respect. After going down this road for quite some time, I became very addicted to drugs, so much so it was destroying my life. And then took a look in the mirror one day and didn't even recognise myself, and I knew that I needed to get away from that and get away from the whole situation. So I moved from London down into Kent, went through a drug rehab for about 8 weeks, but always felt that something was still missing in my life. There was a massive gap there. Quite a lonely bloke, couldn't sort of settle down into a relationship until I moved to a place called Aldington, where I met my lovely partner Karen, who I'm currently with today. I remember laying awake asleep in bed and then being woken with this overwhelming feeling of love, a feeling of love that I've never felt before. Tears rolling down my face, a soft and gentle voice saying to me, "I want you in my word." And that for me was very overwhelming, and bits of scripture going through my mind, encouraging me to know him. I really feel that I need to get to church, to be at church. And Karen said, "Well, you can't go to church on a Sunday, it's our busiest day in the pub." And then about a week or so later, in come lots of people from the church at Christmas time, singing carols and bringing a lot of joy into the pub. And I found myself stood behind the bar, tears rolling down my face because I felt the connection of Jesus then, and walked out in the kitchen to talk to Karen, and there she was, tears rolling down her face. An incredible time, yeah. So, and I spoke to the vicar and told him the issue, that I couldn't get to church, and he said, "Not a problem, we'll bring the church to you." So every Wednesday morning in the pub now from 9 o'clock we have Bible study and church in the pub. So after roughly about a year of doing Bible study and watching the Alpha course, that made me mind up that there was a lot more to know about Jesus than what I already felt. So I decided that at Easter time I would give my life to Christ and get baptised in his name. So when I first got baptised, it was quite a big thing, and a lot of the lads who come into the pub wasn't really aware of this. And then once they found out, obviously I got a bit of a ribbing and a bit of barracking from the guys about that, which was okay, I could deal with that. But then I found a lot of the guys that were noticing a change in me, in my personality, and seeing something in me that was different. And so now I get a lot of the guys that can ask me to pray for them and ask questions themselves about Jesus and why he's made such a big difference. And after everything I've been through in my life with the criminal activity, the drugs, the addictions, it's a good way of getting across to people, to show them, yes, I was once like this, but this is what Jesus has done for me now. This is the person I am now. And all of a sudden that empty gap that you once had is filled. and it's filled with the love and the joy of knowing Jesus.